Bruce here, the Frugal Tech, and today we're looking at the PICTEK T7 Wired Gaming Mouse. Now this is the Amazon #1 selling gaming mouse as of the date of this recording. Full disclosure here, this item was purchased with my own funds, all opinions are my own, and no one has reviewed this video prior to posting. Now I was really curious what makes this $15 mouse the best-selling gaming mouse on Amazon. First, let's start with the unboxing, which does away with any fancy packaging and arrives in a plain brown box. Inside this tightly packed box is the mouse with a standard USB 2 cable, and these are enclosed in a bubble wrap package. Next, a small manual with very tiny print. I mean, I really almost had to use a magnifying glass with these, written in multiple languages, and then a CD with drivers. And of course, my laptop doesn't have a CD reader. Now physically, this 4.8 ounce mouse measures 5.1 inches long, is 3.4 inches wide, 1.9 inches tall. I personally found the mouse to be pretty ergonomic in my hand, very comfortable, didn't really have any issues with weight, and the fact you can't add or remove weights to the mouse like some of the much more expensive competitors can. Now the mouse comes with 7 buttons. All of the usual suspects are there: the left mouse button, the middle click wheel, the right mouse button, DPI up, DPI down, which adjusts the color and the DPI at the same time, and a forward and back button. Now the mouse also comes with some pretty nice RGB bling as well, if you're into that kind of thing. The defaults for the DPI buttons adjust the color along with the DPI, which can be 1200, 2400, 3500, 5500, and 7200 DPI. So in the next part of the video, let me give you an overview of the T7 driver. Okay, in order to make use of all the features of this mouse, you have to go to the eptc.cn website, which came up for me all in Chinese, and it took a little bit of time to locate the English translation, search around, and ultimately find the download for the T7 mouse. That's the one you're going to get if you purchase this mouse. And when you do that, now you can do a lot of neat things with the mouse, including changing what the 7 different mouse buttons can do. You can remap what those do by here on the main tab. And then you can also change things like your left mouse button, your middle mouse button, your right, DPI, etc. And then over on the right side here, that's where you can change the polling rate on the mouse, the sensitivity, the scrolling speed, and also the double click speed. The next tab, this is where your DPI is mapped to the LED on there, and you can actually adjust that on here. So red being 1200, blue being 2400, green being 3500, purple being 5500, and then yellow being 7200. Then on the right side, controls for your LED. And without this driver software, what will happen is that your LEDs do not stay steady on the mouse. They'll just kind of breathe. They have a breathing effect, and you have to have this driver to turn that off, which that kind of drives me a little bit wonky. So I set to steady. But you can do the breathing effect. You can do a blinking effect, and there's another steady effect with some different effects. You can come over here to the macro key, and that's where you can assign different macros to the buttons on the mouse. I don't really have much of a need for that, but it's there. If you need, you just simply hit apply, and off you go. But that's the driver that you need in order to have all the functionality of this mouse. Well, after a long gaming sessions, my hands were still comfortable. The mouse tracked pretty well on my desk. I didn't really find any glitches there, and I did find it to be pretty smooth and accurate. Now, I've used the mouse for about a week. Don't really have any issues to report. Now let's talk about the pros and cons of this mouse. Here's what I like. It doesn't feel that cheaply made to me. Some of them feel a little bit more plasticky than this one. The buttons were responsive, no problem with those. Wasn't too heavy. The ability to remap the keys and create macros in the T7 driver software, very, very nice. And who, of course, can argue with the price of $15. Here's what I didn't like. The EPTC website is horrible. It took a while, to, as I said, to locate the English translation and find the driver. The USB cable is simply too short on this mouse. I think this mouse is going to be better probably for using with a laptop as opposed to a desktop PC. But if you have that desktop PC fairly close, you'll be fine. The driver does not scale for 4K display, which kind of sucked. And really, for me, it really did. For the price, I think you're getting pretty good value out of this mouse. It performs well. The RGB lighting effects are pretty cool if you're into that sort of thing. I think you're getting a reasonable value out of this mouse. It's decently made, fairly responsive. You know, does it perform like a $75 mouse? Maybe in some areas, but then again, maybe not. But for 15 bucks, I don't think you're going to go wrong with this mouse. And apparently this is why it's the best selling mouse on Amazon at the time of this recording. Thank you so much, and we'll catch you in the next one.